Hello, what's up everyone? I hope you guys doing well. So today I'm going to talk about some. I'm not in a mood of making a design today, and I was not making videos for the last 2 3 days. So I was hoping for making something, at least doing something for my channel. So I'm going to make a very simple design today. But let's talk about something like I want to make a design here that is going to be this top text. So I get a work from a client. He wanted me to replicate a design that is kind of intersecting each other, a top text like the cover photo you can see of mine. So I'm going to make it here today. But for making this kind of designs, like any design, whenever we are trying to make any design, we have to understand the fonts well, what kind of font you can use in which kind of situation. So this is very important to understand. Like I want to create a design here that is going to intersect each other, like this D is going to wrap into the O, this P is going to be inside this O again, then E is going to be inside this P, like kind of that. So for that, if I start with a font like this, I will end up messing it is not going to work. So for this one, I need to take a thinner looking font. So maybe just I will take a this version, light or regular version of the now font, now family. Now with this version I can intersect with the letters, because now in this version there are more space between the letters. You can see, if I take the black or bold version, this is bold, this is black, then this space is going to be decreased, and then I cannot do that perfectly. So I'm going to take maybe this regular or this medium. Let's take it regular. So this regular I am going to use here. Let's keep a copy so that we can change that later. So in this one I'm going to, first of all, of course, I'm breaking the font. Now I want to create, let's ungroup them so that I can select them individually. So I want to create like something intersecting with each other like this. And then this one I'm going to create in this much way maybe, and then here. So as you can see, if I try to do it very perfectly, still there is some problem, like this kind of area is not going to look very good. This kind of area is overlapping. I don't know if you are getting my point or not, but let's try it with another font. So if I want to make the same design, I am going to this time take something like good times regular. Yeah, this font is good. Now the difference between these two font is, in this font these letters are, this text or letters are white and the area is wider. So I want to overlap it with each other, so I need a wider looking font. So this font is really good, but it is not going to work in this way, but this one will. So let's break the font here. Now of course they are grouped together. Let's ungroup them. Now as you can see, if I intersect it like this with each other, I can do it, but still there is some problem, that is it is not going to do it perfectly. So that's why in this position or in this situation like this, we have to modify our text, and that is called text customization. So these are some pre-made fonts we are using, so we can simply, like, they are already made fonts, so if we break them they just become some shapes, but I want to customize these shapes. So in this one, if I select my, if I press A or select my direct selection tool, I can select any specific area of a font, like I can move any specific anchor point. I hope you know this. But with this direct selection tool we can of course customize our text. Like let's make it 3 times, then of course this one I'm going to make it 3 times again. So as you can see, this is how we can customize our text. And now if I try to do it like this, it is going to work. So I'm going to keep this part like this. Let's take our direct selection tool, so something like this, that is also fine. Let's keep it here. And then for this one here, let's make it kind of this. So this is not like you have to make a t-shirt design everything inside a box shape or a certain area, but you can do it with anything you want. So this is looking like this right now. Let's create a offset path for our dop text. Okay, let's make it 10, let's make it 15 pixel. Press ok, Ctrl X to cut. Now I am selecting this O text here, and then with the O, if I open the transparency, I can press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will paste it like this, but I want to, like, this part is on top of the O, so this part I want to be in the bottom. Like here the O will be on top, so I am selecting this part, press Shift E for eraser tool, and I am erasing this part. So I have only this shape here, you can see here. Let's click here. Now I am selecting the O, press Ctrl, like, go to object and then path, offset path. I just set a shortcut of it, so I am pressing that. But yeah, you can just go through that area, no problem. Let's Ctrl S to cut. I'm selecting the D here, then press Ctrl F here, press Shift E. I'm going to erase this part from here, because in this area the D is on top, in this area the O is on top. So as you can see, it is looking good right now. And for this P here, I'm going to create the same effect, but let's double click to isolate the, okay, let's not isolate it. I'm going to select the P, Ctrl Shift F, then offset path, Ctrl X to cut. Selecting the O inside the transparency, press Ctrl F. So this is how it is looking right now. And for this area, I want to keep the, here I want to keep the P on top, but this area I want to keep the O on top, just like this. And then here again the P will be on top, kind of that. So let's select the O, create the offset path again, Ctrl X to cut. Selecting the P now, and then if I open the transparency and press Ctrl F, it is going to look like this. But don't worry, I'm going to press Shift E for eraser and pressing Alt. If you press Alt, you can erase like this rectangle. So I'm selecting a rectangle to erase this part. Now here it is looking like this. Now what, it is not looking like a P because of this E. Let's fix that. So I want to keep this shape of the P so that it doesn't look like any other text. So that's why this part of the P should be on top of the E, but this part of the E should be on top. I don't know if you can understand what I am saying. So let's create offset path, cut, select the E text, open transparency and press Ctrl F. So that is fine. Now in this area I want to keep the P on top, but here I will keep the E on top. So I'm definitely erasing this part. That is good, I think. Let's click here, selecting the E, press Ctrl Shift F. For offset path, create offset path of the E, select the P, inside transparency, press Ctrl F. This will just take some time for understanding the transparency very well, and then you can do it perfectly. So as you can see, this is the dop text is right now looking good, I think, but here is some problem. Let's fix that. So I'm selecting the P text, Ctrl Shift F. Let's create offset path, cut, selecting this one, click here, press Ctrl F. Now I want to, first of all, is I'm going to erase everything that is overlapping with my other text area. That is fine, but in this area I want to hide this part. So for that I'm just going to take my pencil tool and then draw a shape there. So as you can see how easily we can create a cool looking text. And for this kind of design, the font modification, the font customization is really important here. So that's how you can easily create this kind of design. Now this one is also possible to create that kind of effect, but you can see the difference between these two style of font. Now this is really important to understand the font, or which font to use, where to use it. So if I would try it with this font, this would not look like this a special effect font. And this is also not a pre-made font right now, these are customized and I can use it for any way I want it. So I hope this will give you some idea how to do that, or you can really create a cool looking text effect like a logo effect or t-shirt logo using this kind of designs. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you understand how you can easily modify your text, or you can simply do it with any font, because whenever we are breaking a font, that is becoming a shape. So you can simply select your direct selection tool to adjust the length of any text or anything you want, kind of this. You can do it with this font also. So this is just to show you that if you know the process, if you know the necessity of customizing a font, when to customize a font, you can do it, do a really cool looking design with any kind of style. But the font style is really important, that saves a lots of time. So thank you everyone, see you in the next video guys, have a great time, thank you for watching my video, subscribing my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, see you in the next video guys. Bye.